High Commissioner. It's a real pleasure on behalf of my team and on behalf of our friends and colleagues at the British Council to welcome you here this evening to this event, to this discussion on neuroaesthetics and beauty with our eminent panellists here who I'll introduce to you in just a moment or two. Let me just set the context for you. This is one of a series of events that we've organised this week for what we're calling UK in Kolkata Week, celebrating the United Kingdom's partnership with the great city of Kolkata in a number of ways, whether it's in education, business, sport, culture. We've got a whole series of things going on this week to celebrate our partnership. And I think one of the things that unites the UK and Kolkata, one of the things that we share and have shared for a very long time, is a love of ideas, is a sense of inquiry about the world around us, wanting to understand ourselves and our place in the world. And that continues to manifest itself in a whole range of very strong research, partnerships and collaborations between British academic institutions and academics here in Kolkata, including a number of you who have joined us here this evening. So I'm particularly glad that we can host this session this evening with these very eminent panellists who I'll introduce to you now. And we're particularly delighted to have with us this evening Professor Samir Zeki, who is Professor of Neuroesthetics at University College London. His research focuses on how the visual brain is organised using imaging and psychophysical techniques. The work in general involves a multidisciplinary approach that brings together neuroscientists, cognitive scientists, and those in the humanities to address questions that are of deep concern to science and society. Now, Professor Zeki is also delivering 2 lectures this week at IISER Kolkata and at Presidency University as part of the Science and Beyond lecture tours here in India that are organised by the British Council and the Indian Institute of Science, Education and Research. And we're delighted that Professor Zeki, in addition to those engagements, has agreed to be with us here this evening. We're also joined by Dr. Robin Sengupta, who is founder of the Institute of Neurosciences, Kolkata, a major specialist clinical neuroscience centre in eastern India. He's an eminent neurosurgeon who's been practicing in England since 1961, but he has his roots here in Kolkata and maintains those links to this day. He's joined by colleagues of his, Dr. Mark Baker, who's a clinical lecturer and expert in neurology and clinical neurophysiology at the Movement Laboratory, the Institute of Neuroscience, Newcastle University. His research interests are the neural basis of pathological tremor, electrodiagnostics, and wearable devices for treating movement disorders. Dr. Mark Cunningham is a senior lecturer at the Institute of Neuroscience.
It has an existence of its own. It is independent of the subject apprehending it. So how far have we come from there?
Thank you very much. May I just begin by thanking the British High Commission and the British Council for organising this. It's a great opportunity, and I thank all the members of the British Council who've made it such a nice experience, and all of you for this evening. Neuroaesthetics is a discipline, a scientific discipline, which aims to ask scientifically legitimate questions, which are questions such as what are the neural correlates of the experience of beauty? What are the neural mechanisms that enable you to experience beauty? And allied fields such as desire and love.
About the subject, so I better make it like a story and for the layman, because I think that my talk will be amusing for the scientist as how illiterate it is, and amusing for the non-scientist how interesting it is. So let us go about that. So what I say, right, well, I would like to say, apart from you, it's a great honor to be with you, sitting in the same panel, and my colleagues and OC, etc. But my dear friend, Sujata Sen, called me in Newcastle that want to be a panelist with Professor Samir Zeki on neuroaesthetics and beauty. I thought she was talking about neuroanesthesia. because I'm an aesthetic and I could understand. But obviously, I said, what do you say? The neuroesthetics and beauty. Then I said that I have no idea about this. Then I read the net and Professor Samir Zaki. Then I almost collapsed. What a man this is, what a profound knowledge and what a profound subject. So I better start to read about something. And so then I started to read on the subject from the internet and also from one or two other situations. So in this situation, so I made something reading, so I have to read this, I'm afraid. So, so I was very surprised that you made such an audacious choice to ask me to talk about neuroaesthetics and beauty. As a neurosurgeon, we have to cut through the brain and sometimes you remove it for a good reason, for removal of the tumor or whatever. So we never thought for a moment we are doing anything harm. So I wondered if I knew about the Professor Zaki's work, I could have been a bold neurosurgeon ever. So I would have been thinking, because one of our neurosurgeons, very famous, Gazi Yersaguru, he used to say that, I tell you, every cell, every part of the brain has a purpose, just that we do not know. So it seems that how right he was. This is that, but of course we do not believe his gospel, we carry on as it is. It is also fortuitous that one of our neurologists, very famous, Oliver Sacks, wrote, he's a beautiful writer, and wrote about his clinical experience of things. For example, he wrote a book on a man who mistook his wife for a hat. So from that book, that I started to go interested about this aesthetics, that how it come up. So only last week or so, I became a profound expert on the neuroaesthetics, I must say. So this is the very funny thing. So to me, realization of beauty can be explained in two ways. One way is just like a realization of God. One way is the faith. Another way is argument. Going through the faith is very simple. Just say beauty lies in the eyes of the beholder. So it is very simple. There is no more science required. That is the end of the story. But to get something so easily doesn't sound very tasteful. We must have to know where the source of the beauty, where it is lies, why it happens. So therefore we have got to find out the source of that beauty. And then also Plato, who mentioned about that, also said something. Since then on, people started to believe the faith, and the philosophers and every day, even today, feel that this is the way you have got to look into it. Science doesn't come into it. So I have like to explain another way about the faith and the argument. We have got a saint, Lord Ramakrishna. And this Lord Ramakrishna, you say, if you wanted to attain God, you can do it two ways. Either you have a faith, believe in me, you will get it there. Or you argue, you get it there. But that is the dangerous that you might fall. So he used to give an example of animals. So then look at the mother kitten carries the baby by holding the nape of the neck. The responsibility for the baby lies with the mother, falling, yes. But in case of monkey has to hold the mother monkey by like that, and that fall onus lies with the baby. The mother jumps from the one tree to another, and the baby will have to hold us. So if you argue, you can reach there, but there is a danger of fall. So this is the way it is to go.